I had a 91 Honda Accord and I had to hit the gas tank, the bottom of the car, with the gas tank with a hammer to get it to start.
What the fuck, man? What's up, girlies? It's the Espresso Podcast, shot 251, and today we're going to figure out what your first car was and what's the thing that it did that made it such a piece of shit. Hey, dates coming up. Ontario, California, doing shows at the Improv. Doing one show at the Improv on Thursday, March 16th. Kansas City, Missouri at the Improv, March 23rd. Albany, New York, April 6th at the Funny Bone. Tampa, Florida at the Improv, April 27th. More dates coming soon. Patreon, $5 a month for an extra episode every single week. Check that shit out, dude. That's fam over there. They just know. They just get me. Merch at benedictmerch.com. Grab some shit, buy some stuff. Get a hat. That camo espresso hat, kind of sexy. Subscribe on YouTube. Putting out a YouTube video every week. And I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, subscribe to my channel, but subscribe to my channel. And listen to these guys, podcast with me and Joey Molinaro. It's on YouTube. And you can get it on, already had a stroke, on any platform that you listen to your podcast on. All right, let's talk. What was your first car? And what's the weird thing that it did? Dude, for me, I had to tape my goddamn window up because it would just slide down. Not that I had anything good in my car, though. So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, why'd I tape my window up? Just clear duct tape. I'm just stuck on one side of my window, over the door on the other side. Every single time I got out of my car. At Lowe's for some reason in the parking lot. Every time. Why didn't I just let it slide down? What was in my car that I was protecting? I think about that all the time. I'm like, why don't I just park my car with one window down and keep nothing in my car? That way, if somebody breaks in my car, they don't break the window. They're just like, oh, fuck. Look around in there. Don't see shit. Remember that time someone broke my window to get into my car and stole nothing? And all my merch was in there? I was like, Jesus Christ, dog. Definitely not fam. Somebody sawed off my catalytic converter one time. Why is it called that? Somebody sawed that thing off. Dude, my car sounded like a dirt bike for 2 years. Everywhere I went. What a shock when I turned that thing on the first time. Parked my car somewhere weird overnight. Right when I turned it on the next morning. Sounded like fucking Gravedigger. That monster truck. I was like, okay. What's that famous motocross guy's name? Fuck. I guess I'm 𝗕𝗲𝗄𝗃 Pastrana now. Every time I start my car, I'm Travis Pastrana. His last name sounds something like what I want to eat right now. Can I have a Travis Pastrami? Extra mustard. Every time he starts his car, he's Travis Pastrana. Fuck, that's $200. All right, so what was your first car and what was the weird thing that was wrong with it? Let's talk. Here we go.
My first car was a 1981 Citation. It was actually my dad's very first brand new car that he got when I was a little kid. And me being the asshole kid that I was, around the age of 5, took a rock, and because my name started with a Z, started to carve big fucking Zorro Z's on the back of his new car. It nearly resulted in my dad beating me with a belt, but fortunately my mom threw herself in front of him to save my little life at that point. Damn. Needless to say, he kept the car, left it in the driveway. Many years later, after he was done driving it, it rusted out. It became my first new car in high school, and I got to drive around with a bunch of fucked up Z's carved into the back of my car. Fuck.
Isn't that some crazy shit? I can remember vividly making fun of the car my mom bought when I was like 12. I was like, that car looks like a fucking box on wheels. Embarrassing. I don't want it. 7 years later. Okay, that's my car. All the shit you do to your parents' car then just becomes yours. And I'm like, why the fuck? Everybody's carved a Z in a car before. Could be on the back, could be on the headrest. You've carved your name into a car. You putting your name on everything when you're a kid. The windows, dude, the shit I used to write on windows, and the fact that everybody could see it when it dried. Can we talk about that car being called a Chevy Citation? And the all-new Ford Misdemeanor. Let's keep going.
My first car was a 1990 Pontiac Grand Prix. Yeah, a Grand Prix of shit. The weird thing that was wrong is that the speedometer was off. Only took a couple speeding tickets to figure that out. So one day I drove by this radar, how fast are you going? Drive safe kind of thing. And I figured out I was 7 miles per hour off. And so I just always did that math, and I thought it worked. Well, one time I was driving from Ohio to Kansas, name 2 worst states.
Jesus.
Without naming Indiana.
This guy.
And I was making great fucking time. I was killing it. I couldn't believe.
Dude, does anybody like anything more than making great time? That's such like a white guy thing. Hey, we made great time. Shut the fuck up.
It. And then in Effingham, Illinois, I got pulled over. The officer said, "Man, it was hard to catch you." I was like, "What?" And it turned out I was going like 95. So I thought I was going 65. So it got very, very off and ended up being costly. You're a piece of shit car. It's not worth fixing. Just let the shit die. R.I.P. in peace.
You ever just, I think I look at my speedometer like once every 24 days. I think I'm always going 95 on the highway, obviously. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going way too fast right now. Oh, my bad. Because for some reason in my car, like the speedometer, you have to like press an arrow to get to it. And it's on like kilometers or some shit. Like I'll look down at my car and it's on kilometers and it looks like I'm going 254 miles an hour. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, oh, it's on kilometers. Why the fuck? Oh, I'm going 144 again. Then I switch it over to miles per hour because that's not the default setting for some reason. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going 70. Yeah, it's Effingham, Illinois. The things I would do to live there. Let's keep going.
My first car was an early 90s Dodge Avenger. There was a very large stain in the trunk and plastic gloves in the glove box. I didn't ask any questions. I paid cash and I left.
Yeah, that's a big flex you can do. I forgot about that. If a car dealership's like, it's $20,000, you can be like, how about $7,000 cash? And they're like, okay. Why is paying cash such a flex? And how do you walk around with all that? Do you literally just throw a fucking briefcase on the desk in the dealership? Like you're in Spider-Man or some shit? How do you just have a bunch of cash? Car dealerships are so weird. I'm like, what's really going on here? And can I have some popcorn? Yeah, the amount of things you've done in your car. Everybody's their true self in their car, too. Stain in the trunk. Plastic gloves in the glove compartment. Hey, at least that checks out. Plastic gloves in the... Who's really putting gloves in there except for the person that you bought the car from? No one's really... Why the fuck they call it a glove compartment? No one's in the history of the world has ever put gloves in there except for the person you got that car from. Oh, this is where all my gloves go. You don't know where to put any of your gloves. They're just all in there. Hands freezing walking around. We gotta go to my car. Hurry! Let's keep going.
I had a 95 Honda Accord. Ran like, a Honda does. It was wonderful. Nothing wrong with it.
Fire.
Until
Best car.
my brother parked his Silica, was that what it was called? Celica behind it, and it caught on fire. And it melted the rear trunk area of my car.
How come a car on fire is just mesmerizing? I'm like, when's it just going to blow up? Come on. A car on fire is just like, you only see it once. And it's usually in a video game. But a car on fire is one of the wonders of the world. Fuck, just please blow up. Please blow up. And it melted the trunk. Just keep going. So many of these.
My first car was a 1977 Chevy El Camino. That's the sedan with a truck bed.
Shut up.
It was the last year they stopped making those vehicles. But his name was Santana. He was awesome. Felt super cool driving him. But, man, that car would break down anywhere and everywhere. And the only way to get it started back up was to repeatedly pump the brakes while starting the engine. And it was great. I loved it, but it eventually totaled itself. And R.I.P. Santana. I'll miss that car forever. That was my baby.
Santana. But I guess it wasn't so smooth. Yeah, you always got to do those weird little tricky things to get your car started that only you know about. You can't have anybody like borrow your car because you're like, fuck, they're not going to be able to know all the little shit I got to do to get it started because it's a piece of shit. Pump the brakes 3 times, fucking start it twice, whistle out your window, fucking grab a cat and throw it in the trunk. Then it'll start up. You're like, how am I going to tell my fucking uncle that when he's trying to move my car? How about when somebody moves your car, bro? Like, hey, you're parked behind my buddy Eric, and he's got to get out of here. So, and you're like somewhere else. You're like at the fucking mall or something. So, wondering if, your keys are right here. I was back to your car. Move your car a couple spots down so I can get out of here. And you're like, yeah, that's cool. And then 15 minutes go by, and you're like, oh, fuck. There's like the weirdest shit in your car. Fucking just a bottle full of spit for no reason. You're like, why the fuck did I keep that in there? A fucking weird note somebody wrote to you on your dash that says like, remember, tough times are temporary. Live your truth forever. It's like some shit that like you don't even really care about, but like you just haven't moved it. There's some weird prayer in there. There's like a rosary. There's like a corner. There's like a mini. There's a mini Twix bar in the cup holder from like 3 Halloweens ago. You're like, fuck, bro. That is a sobering moment when somebody moves your car and you get back in your car and you're like, They saw the kiss mask in the passenger seat. They saw the fucking 4 jars of marinara sauce rattling around in my back seat. They're just back there forever. Check under your seats, dude. There is some funny ass shit down there that you'll be like, I'm such an idiot. A koozie from your friend's wedding. Check your doors too, like your side doors. Because if you ever give somebody a ride, that person, you can tell if they're a piece of shit or not by how much stuff they cram into your door. You ever have like 4 people in your car that you're just like taking somewhere? The next day, check the doors. You can tell what kind of person they are by what they stuffed in that door. There's like a fucking cigar wrapper. There's a cap from a Snapple. You're like, where the fuck? You didn't even have a snap. So much shit in there. A girl. You drive a girl anywhere, bro. That little door thing will be packed. There'll be like 3 sunglasses in there, a watch, a Tamagotchi. You're like, there'll be like 4 Beanie Babies. You're like, where did you even lipstick shit? I'm like, you don't even wear lipstick. A hair clip, some fucking tent stakes. I'm like, what were you getting ready for? A thermometer. I just didn't know. I was running a fever before we left. I'm like, there'll be like 4 wrappers from like the Andes mints that you get at Olive Garden. You're like, what? They don't even sell those. Did you get Olive Garden before you came in my car? Most random shit. I'm like, God damn, you're in my car for 15 seconds. And there's a straightener in there. The little fucking, the eyelash curlers are in there. The eyelash curlers that look like they're from 1972. Can we update the eyelash curlers? Let's keep going.
Bro, my first car was a 2003 Nissan Maxima. And for some reason, whenever I turned it on, I lived in a neighborhood in Fishers, Indiana. It would be so loud that it would make my neighbor's dog bark in the morning. And then every single dog in the fucking cul-de-sac I lived in would bark at like 6 a.m. before I'd go to HSE high school. It was a shit show. And then when I'd get out, every time I turned it on, it would do that. So like, I'm leaving school as a sophomore, have my car, trying to rizz up a bitch. I would turn it on, skirt. It would be so fucking loud, embarrassing.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I had one of those before. How about dogs? Hey, dogs, like just if it happens more than 3 days in a row, you don't have to like pretend like it's the first time. Jesus Christ, dude. Dogs, bro, chill the fuck out. Start a car that's loud 365 days in a row. Day 366. Chill, bro. It's a thing now. It's just part of your life. You don't have to fucking go insane every time this guy starts up his fucking Nissan Maxima or whatever the hell. Damn, dogs. Get a clue, dogs. You fucking, you know what else? Everything else you understand, but it just one noise. Oh my God, bro. Same shit every morning, bro. Let's fucking get it together. Bucko, whatever the fuck your name is. Dogs' names, bro. God, I can't stand that about dogs. I just want to bark again so bad. But yeah, I had a car that like when you, I don't know why, bro, but when you like even touch the brake, it was like, they were just squeaky as fuck. And I'd be pulling out of my high school lot like, what's up? Just not trying to brake at all. Because like people would be walking by your car. Like girls you don't talk to and shit. But you still want to be cool. If I even said the word brake, I swear I'd run into I'd run into the car in front of me. I'd go so slow out of school just so I didn't have to touch my brakes. Let's go. Yeah. Gotta turn right. There, I'll turn around like, what the fuck is wrong with your car? My car sounded like a old pirate ship. I don't know why that sounds like a pirate ship, but my car sounded like a UFO flying by. Come in peace. Bye. Let's keep going.
I also had a 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee as my first car, and I know the fix to your problem, why it would shut off. Mine was an automatic, and if I put it in neutral, when it came to a stop, the engine would stay running. And then put it in drive when you're taking off, and it would stay running instead of shutting off. There's the trick.
Oh, bro, I'll never know. I didn't understand any of that. Because I don't have the car anymore, so I can't apply it to my situation. But hey, he's a Jeep guy. We're Jeep guys. You wouldn't understand. Jeep people are so annoying. And I'm one of them. Of course I am, you know? Wouldn't I have a Jeep? It's so predictable. I'm such Jeep face. What if I had a truck? Ew. Actually, any car I have is like a cringe, you know? It doesn't matter. Whatever car I have is like, ew. I can't say one car that's not like, you're disgusting. Yeah, I can't think of one. God, you know what? My dream car? I think my dream car is just a Volkswagen Beetle. A red one. How fucking... With no tints. No tints whatsoever. Just the clearest car ever. I look like that fucking... That worm on that show. God, what was that called? What was that show called, bro? That worm driving that Apple car? I'll never think of it, but that's what I'd look like driving it. The Busy World of Richard Scary or some shit. Yo, is that it? Yeah, Apple guy. That's me, dude. That's me. That's the car I want. Red Volkswagen Beetle. 0 tints, the reddest color ever. I don't want any black trim, nothing, just red. I just want to look like I'm driving an Apple around. And I'll drive like this the whole time. In my little car. And if you hit me, instantly dead. Oh, fuck. What's your dream car? Anything that looks like a red apple. Let's keep going.
My first car was a 2002 T-top Camaro. It was chameleon green, and it was a hand-me-down, and I loved that car. Nothing was wrong with it until I wanted a new stereo system put in. I let my boyfriend put that in for me, and when I got my car back, my speedometer started going with the bass, nonstop. Like I could never tell how fast I was going. And then shortly after that, the car just quit working. It died on me in the middle of a McDonald's drive-thru, and that was the end of an era.
Damn, that's not a bad place to be, though. Actually, that's the worst place to be when your car dies. Let's go! Hurry the fuck up! What'd you order, fat ass? You're like, my car broke down. You couldn't explain that to anybody in a McDonald's drive-thru. My car broke down. I don't give a shit! My mom died. I don't give a fuck! I got 2 apple pies waiting for me. Change your fucking oil next time. That's everyone in a McDonald's drive-thru. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I go to McDonald's all the time, and I have 3 kids, and I'm a mom. Well, you're even worse then. Everybody in the McDonald's drive-thru. complete meltdown nightmare. Yep, everything about it. The drive-through line, the order, the patience, the person on the other side in the drive-through asking you what you want. Whole thing is just But that's crazy. Your bass, your speedometer was going with the bass, so you just had to listen to like smooth jazz. So it wouldn't trigger your speedometer. You're listening to New Orleans 104.5. You're like, okay, I'm going 60. You change your radio to Soldier Boy. It's like going fucking 345 miles an hour all of a sudden. Soldier Boy, tell him the dance floor. It's got me. You're like, holy fuck. Get a ticket. Why are we going so fast, huh? Because I got me some bathing apes. That's why. Oh, God. Let's keep going.
Hey, Benny. Hey, Boo Boo. So with my car, I have a 2008 Mini Cooper, and we had to replace my whole transmission and my engine because of the fact that when you press the sports mode, the car would just go ding, 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 ding. It was so fucking bad. And I have a secret compartment in my car that you cannot open, and there's just a bunch of shit in it now because someone punched it and broke it.
Oh, shit. How about when you sell that car and that person opens it? That should be a thing. Every time you sell your car to someone, there should be like a little spot where you like hide a bunch of weird shit. So the next person finds it and they're like, oh my God, pass it on. Or that should be a thing in like rental cars. How weird is renting a car? My biggest fear ever, crashing a rental car. I'd be like, I'm just going to kill myself. Don't know what to do. I'm so sorry. And it's only my fault. And I owe everyone $20,000 somehow. Bye. I just wouldn't rent a car for that. Renting a car. Wow. Oh my God. What if how many papers do I have to sign? There should be an easier way, dude. An app or something. Here's your car. Go. Everything is so hard. Everything is so hard now. Watching a basketball game on TV. Is it the hardest thing ever? Why is it the hardest thing ever? Can I talk about this for a second? Watching a basketball game on TV. I haven't done it in 10 years because I don't know how. If I want to watch the Pacers on TV, I have to go. What the fuck is Bally Sports? Even the people that have Bally Sports are like, what is going on with this shit? If I want to watch any type of... Dude, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl because I couldn't... I had to update an app on my fucking thing and it's not my username. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm not watching the Super Bowl, man. Jesus Christ, what do I have to do? I should be able to go into Google and type in Pacers and the game should play. Why are we 10 years? Why was it easier for me to watch a game on TV when I was 7 than it is now? When I was 7, oh, okay, game's on. Now? Let's keep going. We're talking about cars.
My first car was a Pontiac Grand Prix that had 300,000 miles on it that I only got because my uncle abandoned it when he moved to Texas, and the turn signal didn't work unless you manually clicked it up and down.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun. I'd be a little clicky bitch in there. How about those turn signals that are like spazzed out and way too fast? I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ, I know you're turning. Just fucking go already. Makes me so impatient. That and when anyone honks on the road, bro, I'm like, did we really have to fucking honk? Where are you going? TJ Maxx, you piece of shit? Just chill the fuck out. Manual blinker, that's crazy. It's my dream to do one of these though at your window. Actually, this is my dream. When you're going right. Oh. That is the sexiest fucking thing. You've never had more power than when your blinker doesn't work and you got to throw one of these out of your window. The whole world. He's going right. Hey, he's going right. You saw it. He's going right. Calling somebody. Hey, mom, he's going right. Texting your ex-girlfriend. He's going right. She's like, oh, I know. I saw it. Hey, he's going right. I might just start doing that shit even though my blinker works. At a four-way stop. Making sure everybody looks at you. Throw that L out the window. Maybe flex it up a little bit. Get the bi-veins pumping. Get a nice shave on the arm. Throw some hemp lotion on there. Not regular lotion. Hemp lotion. So your arm's like glistening a little bit. Throw that arm out the window. Hey. Go ahead. I'll be here till tomorrow. If you need anything. Dude, so much respect for that guy. But if you're on a motorcycle and you do it, it's like, fuck off. But if you're in a car, oh, he's having a tough time. His blinker doesn't work. Boss shit. Dude, this is so wild. There's 20 fucking more of these, dude. All you guys had shitty cars. Oh, here we go.
Before I got my license, it was kind of a snowy night. Me and my mom went out to get dinner, and I was driving us since I had my permit, and it's pretty close to getting my license. And we were taking a turn into our neighborhood, and I didn't come to like a complete stop before turning, but I got like around like probably 10 miles an hour or less, so like pretty normal. And then my car started sliding and clapped into the curb and popped like the right wheel. Oh. Really weird. And it couldn't go over like 45 miles an hour without just shaking like there was an earthquake going on. And then also one time I was trying to hustle to my buddy's house to get us to a high school basketball game my senior year, and we were at a red light, and I don't know why I thought we were in such a rush. And I tried to whip through like this little ditch part and then knocked off the plastic like piece on the bottom of the car and had to zip tie it up, and it was just dragging constantly.
Oh yeah, if you haven't had a zip tie in your car, dude, you've lived way too good of a life.
It was dragging constantly on the ground, like scraping, making a super loud sound, and it just sounded terrible and so embarrassing. Sparks were shooting up, and it was so loud, like I was driving out there like on wheels with no tires, basically.
Oh yeah, that's like all I think about every time I drive. I'm like, what if all my tires just fell off of my car and I just bobsledded all the way to my house? Every time I'm in a car, I'm like, how the fuck are all my tires like on right now? You know, I just think one day they're just gonna all shoot off both sides, knock the cars on both lanes of traffic on either side of me, and then just it's me, my car with no wheels, just spark skating all the way to my apartment. Yep, that's what I think about. He said, oh, the zip ties, bro. Yeah, you got to zip tie your car. Once in your life, you got to zip tie your car. How about me taking a girl to prom in my mom's convertible when I was a senior in high school, thinking that shit was cool? 1. 2, it was going to rain. And I was like, it'd be cool to pick her up in a convertible. My mom's, what was I doing? It like wasn't even that cool of a car. But to make it a convertible, you had to zip tie the convertible part down. Like the part that you like press the button, it's like, and it goes on top of your car or whatever, which is really weird. You had to zip tie that down. So like I picked up my date, zip tied it down, picked up my date, and I was like, hey, dude, I like jumped in the car. Like I didn't open the door. I just like jumped in. Oh my God, bro. Will somebody, I wish someone go back in time to right before I jump in my car and load up a sniper rifle. And don't shoot me in the head. Don't shoot me in the head. Just shoot me right on top of the foot. Right when I'm about to jump. Ah! Because I wouldn't have told my date that I got shot in the foot. I just would have like played it off. I would have been like, yeah, let's go. And I just would have gotten in the car like a normal person. But then obviously my date was like, hey, can you like put the top up? Because my hair. And I was like, oh yeah, no problem. Let me just figure this out. So I had to take scissors out of the door compartment because everything's in there. And I had to cut the zip tie and then manually like pull the roof over her head. You know what I would do now? Never go to a high school dance. That's how I solved that problem. Fuck the zip ties. Stay home. Let's keep going.
I had a 2000 Jeep Cherokee growing up, so it's pretty cool to hear there's another Cherokee guy out there.
You wouldn't understand.
The thing that was wrong about it is the suspension on it and the back rear. It was really bad. So, yeah, every time I'd hit a pothole or something, I could hear the back axle like grinding itself to bits. It was so bad, and I could smell it sometimes.
God.
It would happen. And one day my dad was with me, and he heard it, and he got pissed with me because he never told me. Oh, I never told him that it was doing that. So, and it cost him about around like hundreds of dollars. So, yeah.
Yeah, when you can smell your car fucking up. How about when there's a weird noise your car's making and you're like, God damn, please don't be my car. Please don't be my car. Please be that. You're like, please be the car next to me. You look next to you and it's like a freshly washed Lexus. You're like, fuck, it's my car. God damn it. Why is it squeaking?
I had a 91 Honda Accord and I had to hit the gas tank, the bottom of the car with the gas tank with a hammer to get it to start.
What the fuck, man? The things you'll do just to start your car but not get a new car, you know? All that little bullshit you got to do, instead of just saving up and fixing it and getting a new car, you're like, I'm just going to keep fucking. Hit it with a gas tank with a hammer? How's your car not blow up? Let's keep going. Cup more, cup more, cup more.
In 2010, my first car was a 2004 Jeep Wrangler.
Hard.
And the weird thing about it was that the steering wheel was on the right side.
Oh.
So it used to be an old male Jeep and it made parallel parking really easy, but I had to go through drive-thrus backwards.
I think I would love that. Wait, going through a drive-thru backwards. So you had to reverse? Yeah, you're probably the best driver ever. I'd either love that or just never get fast food. Gotta go inside. My Jeep. It's from fucking Britain. Why would they ever make cars like that? Imagine pulling into McDonald's backwards, dude. Just facing the fat asses behind you. What'd you get? Oh, yeah? Ha ha. 10 piece or 12? Did you get honey to dip them in? All right, nice. Have a good day. You're just fucking staring at them. How about the two windows at fast food restaurants, is that even a thing anymore? They're like, pull around to the second window. I'm like, just the one that we always go to? Brick over that first window, bro. Remember you had to pay and then pick up your food? What's that first window for? You go to a fast food place, look in the one out of the two windows. There's always, it's always like their storage closet. I'm like, fuck, ew. Put tints on the window or something. There's like a rack in there. There's like a fucking hose. There's a cash register from 1982. That first window, bro. There's like the ghost of Ronald McDonald's in there. You're like, ah! Hamburglar's just fucking looking at you and shit. Doing this with his fingers. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, clean your shit up, or like put like a curtain in front of that or something. Everybody can see that, because you never know. After you pull off from the speaker, you're like, damn, did they say a window 1? Even though I haven't gone to window 1 since like 2001. Then you look in there and it's just like, fuck it. It looks like an old high school football shower with just like Gatorade cooler. There's some cones. There's a foot ladder. There's like a ladder in there. You're like, what the fuck is going on, man? There's a weird fur coat. You're like, was my grandma here? Let's keep going.
So I still have my first car. It's a 2004 Ford F-150. Haven't really had a lot of problems with it, but it has a design flaw in that the radio has an aux button, but there's no aux input. So whenever my friends would ride with me, they'd see that and they'd be like, oh, bro, can I play on the aux? And I'd be like, sorry, it doesn't work. And then I'm like one of those people that always has to have music playing in the car. So we just ride around in silence or just listen to the radio, which was really sad.
Nothing I like more than driving in silence, dude.
But the good news is I did buy one of those Bluetooth transmitter things. So not only can I listen to music, but I can also listen to these guys and the Espresso podcast while I'm in my truck. Fuck.
I love you. That's that shit right there. Thank you, dog. Hey, how about the people that their radio in their car doesn't work and they have to listen to, they have AirPods in? You ever see somebody driving around with AirPods in? You're like, ooh, I hate those people. Well, like my radio doesn't work, so you don't need to listen to music that bad. That's why your radio doesn't work. It's a sign from the heavens that just chill the fuck out. Listen to your thoughts for a second. Oh my God. Who needs to listen to music that bad? They put in headphones. I'm like, what if there's a fire truck? Your ass is dead. How haven't 13 ambulances run my car over by now is what I want to know every single day. I should just be getting stone cold T-boned by ambulances. Dude, ambulances should be ruining my life. We killed him. What do we do? I don't know. We're an ambulance. Should we just put him inside? I guess. On the way to get somebody else. My fucking dead ass in there. All beat up. Hey, you having a heart attack? I'll scoot over here. Sit right here. You ever get in somebody's car and the radio doesn't work so bad that they have a Bluetooth speaker in the back? I did that one time and I was like, I shouldn't be in this car. We're listening to Phil Collins and shit from your Bluetooth speaker in the back that you're pretending is a real speaker. Should we make out?
Hey, Benny. My first car was 1999 Volvo S80. And sometimes when the headlights didn't work, I had to reach down under my steering wheel panel and hit a certain small box, and only then the lights went on.
Why did that just make me? I think this is the happiest I'll ever be in my life after that. Bro, can this person just tell me a story? Anything. Say anything. This needs to be a soundbite or something.
Hey, Benny.
Took my breath away. but she had to find her lights. God, who cares? You don't need to drive with lights, baby girl. They can fucking see your star shine wherever you go. What an amazing voice. Hey, Vinny.
2000 Ford Focus, gray, absolute beater, just a classic beater car. We scored it from a nun who had gotten into an accident and thought it was a bad omen or a curse or something, and we had a family connection that got it for us. And this thing had no miles on it, but by the time we were done with this thing, you had to like stab it with a screwdriver to get the gears engaged. So you'd come at a park and you'd have to like stab the gear shift in this little gap, and that'll let you release the lock. So you could actually put the thing into drive or reverse. So we're like constantly had to stab this fucking car with one hand and then move the gear shift with the other. It was fucked. It was the best car ever.
All that shit to start a car. Hey, more like a Ford. Distracted. Oh my God, I'm going to fucking faint. Oh my God, dude. I'd love to stab a car, though, with a screwdriver. That would feel good. Let's go, babe. Top 5 badass ways to start a car. Imagine if your girl had to move your car, though. Hey, how do I get this thing out of my driveway? Just fucking stab it with that Phillips screwdriver in my middle console. Got it. What? What the fuck are you talking about? Stab it. Yeah, babe, just stab it. What do you mean, where? It's just the worst conversation ever. Like, never mind, I'll get a new car. Ford Focus, bro. I feel like I could pick up a Ford Focus and like move it, like have it up here on my back and like move it somewhere, you know? Like you and your friend could, if you and your friend saw a Ford Focus, you could get on both sides of it, pick it up and like move it to a different parking lot. And the person would be like, what the fuck? Where'd my car go? They're like just made out of nothing. I wish you could fucking move cars like that. That'd be so funny. How about tow trucks just literally moving your car? Jesus Christ, bro. Tow trucks? That's got to be the most inconvenient thing ever, a tow truck. Oh, I didn't know I could park there. Oh, well, your car's gone now. We took it. Where'd you take it? Oh, you're going to have to figure that out. Not telling. I'm like, what the fuck? What tow truck company is this? Does a 13-year-old girl run every tow trucking company? Not telling where it is. You got to figure it out. I didn't know I couldn't park there. You should have read the sign that is invisible. You should know the rules. Because you live in a different state. You don't know the rules. Ha, 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 ha. Come find your car. Where is it? We're not telling. When you get there. How much? Let me see. I got no reason for it, but $500. Jesus fucking Christ. Just because I have no idea. Parking, dude. My God. What an inconvenience. That's it, bro. Wait, one more. Fuck it, you know.
All right, so my first car and the thing that was wrong with it was I had a 2001 F-150 in high school, rusted all out to hell, like in the worst shape ever, like 200,000 miles, just on its way out. And my buddy and I used to go down to the ocean, like where you launch the boats into the bay ramp. And so to freak him out and some friends, I remember I drove it like 5 feet into the water, you know, because I was a stupid high schooler, took it out. At first, nothing went wrong. It sounded pretty cool, actually. Some of the pipes had water in them, so that sounded cool. And then shortly thereafter, it crashed, and it just died. So that was it. Fuck.
Dude. That's just all I needed from that story. I don't know what to say, man. Went to the ocean in your rusty car. Fuck. Yeah, that's it. You guys have everybody has a fucked up car. And if you don't have a fucked up car, if you have like a brand new car, you know, the bitch that gets a brand new car, you know, there's always one person at your high school that gets a new car, dude. And they always wreck it. And they always deserve it. So, to the people with shitty cars, this one's to you. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. It was going to be lame either way. But a shot 251. Thanks for listening, fam. Love you guys. Come out to the shows. Ontario, Kansas City, Albany, and Tampa. He remembered. He remembered. I'll see you guys there. I'll talk to you next week. All right, fam.